When your shoelace breaks and your toothache aches and the ball game costs $2, don't you pout, just sing out. Heavenly weather for what could be better, for lovely weather for ducks. Heavenly weather for what could be better, for lovely weather for ducks.
Hello and welcome once again to the Las Vegas Folk Theater's 12th Annual Fringe Festival. If you haven't done so already, we'd like to ask that you please silence your cell phones at this time. On behalf of our entire cast and crew, we'd like to thank you for attending this performance. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy an afternoon in the park with George and Emile as Footlights Productions presents David Mamet's The Duck Variations.
Did it start?
Yeah, it's starting right now. Hurry, thank you.
It's nice.
The park is nice.
Yeah, you forget.
You remember.
I don't know.
What's to know? There's a boat.
So early.
Well, I suppose so, because there it is.
I wonder if it's cold out there.
There, here, it's like it is today. How it is today, that's how it is.
Yeah, but the boat is moving.
So, it's cold in relation to the water.
So it's colder on the water than on the land.
Well, they probably got sweaters.
What, there's more than one on that boat?
Wait till they come around again.
Hey, where'd they go?
Over there, behind the pier. Where could they go?
Well, not far. It's expensive, a boat.
They care.
No.
If they got enough money for a boat, they can afford it.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I said it was cheap.
Even a small boat.
Oh, I never said it was cheap.
Even a very small boat is expensive.
Many times, even a small boat can be even more expensive,
Yeah.
depending on many factors.
Right.
The size of the boat,
Yeah.
the engine,
Yeah, the size of the engine.
certainly.
The speed of the engine.
Many factors.
Size of the boat.
That, none of it's cheap. It's all very intricate.
Cars.
Boats, cars, air travel, the military. It was never cheap.
Oh, housing.
There's two of them in the boat.
That's the same boat?
Well, how many boats have we seen today?
Well, that's what I was asking.
One.
No, there's another boat?
One, two.
That's a real clipper, too.
Where?
Look at her, will ya?
That?
What else? Go, sister!
That?
Sure is shooting.
That's the water pump.
That?
Yes.
That.
Yes.
The pump house?
Yes.
She's the water pump.
Yes. Oi.
Look at her float. Look at her. Just sit there. All year round.
Well, I'll give you that.
What a life.
ducks.
Where?
Where I'm pointing.
Oh, yeah.
A sure sign of spring.
Autumn, too.
Uh-huh.
You see them, they go south, they come back,
They go.
they go.
Ducks like to go
Yes?
where it's nice.
Huh?
Well, at that time.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And they're made so they just go. Something inside says it's getting a little cold, a little too cold.
Yeah, and like humans, they don't like the cold.
And there they go.
There they go.
And they come back when it's warm.
Yeah, they come back.
They got a leader, a lead duck. He starts, well, he's a duck, but he stays with the pack. Now, many times he comes, he goes, he learns the route. Maybe he's got a little bit more on the ball.
Yeah, and all this time, there's another lead duck.
Of course. But he goes, he lives. Maybe he finds a mate.
Yeah.
And he waits. The lead duck, who knows?
He dies.
Well, he goes, he dies, he gets lost.
Yeah, and then our duck moves on up.
He will now be the leader. It is he who will guide them on their journey from one home to the next. Well, they all know the way. Each one of them has it inside of him to know when the time is to move. But he will be in charge until...
Yep.
Just like the other one.
Well, there's no shame in that.
Just like the previous duck.
If it happened to him, it's got to happen to him.
The time comes to step down.
He dies.
Well, he dies. Something. And another duck moves on up.
And then someday,
Yes.
someone will take his spot.
Until...
Boring just to think about it.
You know, the duck's life is not all hearts and flowers. He has his worries too. He's got fleas and lice and diseases of the body, delusions, wing problems, sexual difficulties, many things.
It's not an easy life.
Well, only the beginning. Well, the duck is at the mercy of any element in the vicinity. Sunspots, miscarriage, inappropriate changes in the weather.
Yeah.
Hunters, blight, tornadoes, traps, any number of airplanes,
Small, vicious children.
chain stores, and of course, the blue heron,
The blue heron.
the hereditary enemy of the duck.
Oh, yeah?
It's what they call symbiosis. Each one lives to ensure the happiness of the other. The heron eats ducks, and the duck,
Yes.
the duck's part of the
Is to
bargain
be eaten by the heron?
is to, well, it slips me at the moment. But it's not all as one-sided as it might appear. Nature has given the duck speed and endurance and the art of concealment. She's made the heron large and unwieldy and blue to be able to spot at a distance. On the other hand, he has size and occasional camouflage should he come up against something blue.
And shaped like a bird.
Well, not always necessary. Well, the battle between the two is as old as time. The ducks propagate, the herons eat them. The herons multiply and lose great numbers to exhaustion in the never-ending chase of the duck, each one keeping the other in check down through history until a bond of unspoken friendship and respect unites them, even in the embrace of death.
So, why do they continue to fight?
Survival of the fittest. The never-ending battle between heredity and environment. The urge to combat, old as the oceans, instilled in us all. Who can say to what purpose?
Who?
We do not know. But this much we do know. As long as the duck exists, he will battle day and night, sick and well with the heron, for so it is writ. And as long as the sky is made dark by the wing of the monster bird, The heron will feast on duck.
They also got barnyard ducks,
Yeah, I know it.
kind they raise for Easter and Thanksgiving.
You're thinking of turkeys.
No, also ducks.
Huh?
Yeah, they keep them in the barnyard. Yeah, they clip their wings. What, you can't put them on their honor?
Well, times have changed.
Yeah, it's vandalism. They fatten them up. Yeah, they feed them, the farmers, a mixture of corn, maybe an oat. Yeah, and then they have the special injections they give them to keep them happy.
Ooh. And they can't fly.
No,
Well, all the wildness is gone.
just wander around the farm all day eating.
They're allowed to mate?
Ah, this we do not know.
Oh?
Yeah, only a few farmers know this. The mating of the duck is a private matter between the duck in question and its mate. It's a thing only a few civilized men have witnessed. And those who have claimed to have seen it, strangely don't want to speak.
There are some things we're better off not to know.
Yeah, and if you don't know, you can never be forced to tell.
Well, they don't get those beaks for nothing.
Nothing is for nothing. Nothing is for nothing. Everything's got a purpose. Sweat? Sweat? You know the meaning of sweat?
It's all got a purpose.
Yeah, it's all got a rhyme and a reason.
The purpose of sweat is in itself unclear.
Yeah,
But there you have it.
purpose and a reason.
Sure as shooting.
Even those we at this time do not clearly understand. The yearly migration of the duck to find a mate, maybe take a little rest.
Purpose.
Sweat.
Purpose.
Nothing you can name that doesn't have a purpose. Don't even bother to try. Don't waste your time.
I'm in no hurry.
Everything has got a purpose. The fact that you're sitting on this bench right now has got a purpose.
And by process of elimination, does the bench.
Now you're talking sense.
Darn tootin'.
The law of the universe is a law unto itself.
Yes.
And woe be to the man
Yeah.
who fools around.
You can't get away with nothing.
And if you could, it would have a purpose.
Nobody knows that better than me.
Well put. The duck is not like us, you know.
How so?
Well, the duck is an egg-bearing creature.
Oh? And we're not, I suppose?
Oh, I didn't say that. No, the young of the duck at birth is already trained to do things that humans do, only much later in life, like swim, follow their mother.
Fly.
No, I don't think they can fly until later life.
But it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible, but you're wrong.
As a matter of fact, I was reading the other day that many small ducks do possess the ability to fly at birth.
No, I think you're mistaken.
Oh, well, no, it could be.
Yeah, I think you're sadly
Well, I
wrong.
wouldn't swear to it.
No.
But I would swear that I read it somewhere.
No, I think I must still stick with my saying no.
Some little known group of ducks.
No, all my knowledge of nature tells me I must say no.
A very small group of ducks.
I can't let that by.
No, but-
Possibly you misread.
Well, possibly,
Yeah,
but-
no. Like I said, I must still stick with my saying no.
Well, perhaps I misread it. But what a thing, however, to be able to fly in later life.
Well, swimming ain't so bad either.
Ah, but any fool knows how to swim can swim. It takes a bird to fly.
Insects also fly.
Oh, they're not in the same category.
Insects, birds and insects. I mean, I could be wrong,
Well,
but
you are wrong. Nothing else flies. You know what I was reading somewhere?
Oh, don't start.
About the stratosphere.
Jeez.
The stratosphere, particularly the lower stratosphere, is becoming messy with gook.
What?
According to the weatherman.
Our stratosphere.
Well, everybody's, because it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
It's as if you drop a pebble in a pond and the ripples spread you know not where.
Yes.
So, when you stick shit in the stratosphere,
Yes.
you got the same problem.
What kind of gook?
Well, all kinds. Dirt,
Yeah.
gook,
No good.
automotive,
Right.
cigarette smoke. It's all up there and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
They're finding out many things about the world we live in from the air. For in many ways, the air is more a part of our world than we would like to admit. Think about it.
I will.
Planes that come down, well, they gotta wash them right away. They go up clean, they come down filthy.
Yeah.
But the creatures with no choice, insects, ducks,
Gliders.
it's a shame. They should be shot.
Well, some of them are shot.
No, not them. The guilty ones. Ducks. They're finding ducks with lung cancer.
No.
Oh, I was reading the other day about this hunter in the forest, and he shot a bunch of ducks that were laying down.
And?
He missed. But as he was walking away, he heard this hacking sound, and he went back to investigate. And there were 5 or 6 of these stunted ducks just sitting in a circle, hacking their guts out.
No.
Coughing and sneezing, runny noses. And when they saw him, they went to fly away and maybe flapped their wings twice and fell down coughing.
No.
And he says, instead of running away, they all came up and gathered around him with their roomy, runny eyes, looking quite pathetic. And he says he couldn't get it out of his mind.
What?
Well, I'd feel silly saying it.
Just tell me.
That they look like they were trying to bum a smoke.
That is ridiculous.
Well, I know it.
I think someone was putting you on.
Very likely.
You're not even supposed to smoke in a forest.
Yeah. Well, go fight City Hall. What kind of a world is it where they can't even keep the streets clean?
A self-destructive world.
You said it.
Cruel world.
A dirty world. Well, I'm getting old.
Well, none of us are getting any younger.
Almost makes a feller want to quit trying.
Quit trying what?
Well, you know, life is a lot simpler than many people would like us to believe.
Oh, yeah?
Well, take the duck.
Okay.
Of what does his life consist?
Well, flying, eating,
Yes.
washing himself,
Yes.
mating,
Yes.
eating,
Yes.
and maybe getting himself shot by some jerk in a red hat.
Or death.
Should we include that as one of the activities of life?
Well, you can't die in a vacuum.
That's true.
So there we have it. The duck, too, is doomed to death.
As are we all.
But his life up to that point is so much more simple. He's born, he learns his trade to fly, he flies, he eats, he finds a mate, he has young, he flies some more, he dies. A simple, straightforward, easy to handle life.
So what's your point?
Well, look,
Okay.
on his deathbed, what would the duck say if only he could speak?
That he wants to live some more.
Right. But remorse, guilt, other bad feelings? No, because he is in tune with nature.
Well, he's a part of nature. He's a duck.
Yes, but so is man a part of nature.
No, speak for yourself.
Well, I am speaking for myself.
All right, then speak to yourself.
Well, who asked you to listen?
Who asked you to talk?
Oh, what are you getting so upset about?
Because you upset me.
Yeah?
Yes, all this talk of the duck and death and nature, it's morbid, useless talk. You know, it's all right to be perceptive, but I wouldn't let it get in the way.
And that is the point I was trying to make. Yes, in many ways, nature is our window to the world.
Nature is the world.
Which only goes to show how easy it is to take a good thing and glop it up.
Well, who do you complain to?
Well, you complain to me?
Do you mind?
I'm glad I got the time to listen.
Man needs a friend in his life.
In this life or any other.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, life without a friend just isn't...
Worth living?
Oh, no, it's still worth living. I mean, what is worth living if not life? But no, life without a friend is
It's lonely.
Sure is. You said it. It's good to have a friend.
It's good to be a friend.
It's good to have a friend to talk to.
It's good to talk to a friend.
To complain to a friend
It's good to listen
is good.
to a friend.
To make life just a little less full of pain
Oh, I'd try anything.
is good.
For you or for a friend. Because it's good to help.
Well, to help a friend in need is the most any man could want to do.
Well, you wouldn't ask for anything more than that.
I wouldn't.
Good.
To be a loner in this world
Is not my bag of tea.
no good. No man is an island to himself.
Or to anyone else.
You said it. Can't live alone forever. Well, can't live forever anyway, but you can't live alone. Nothing that lives can live alone. Flowers. You never see just one flower. Trees, ducks.
Cactus?
Lives alone?
Well, you take a cactus in the waste. It stands alone as far as the eye can tell.
Yeah, but there are other cacti.
Not in the immediate area, no.
So what are you trying to say?
That the cactus, unlike everything else that cannot live alone, thrives.
I don't want to hear it.
But it's true, the cactus...
I don't want to hear it. If it's false, don't waste my time. And if it's true, I don't want to know.
But it's a proven
I
fact.
can't hear you.
Well, even the duck sometimes.
Nothing that lives can live alone. Oh, I don't know.
So what?
You got a point. Sometimes I think the park is more trouble than it's worth.
How so?
Well, to come out and look at the trees and the water and the animals and the sun just once in a while and then traipse back to
Your apartment.
joyless, cold concrete apartment. Stuff. Linoleum, imitation.
The park is more real?
The park? Yes.
Sitting on wooden benches?
Yes.
Visiting tame animals?
Taken from wildest captivity.
Watching a lake that's a sewer?
Well, at least it's water.
Yeah? You want to drink it?
I drink it every day.
Sure, after it's been cured and filtered.
Well, it's a lake just the same. My inland sea.
Full of inland shit.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Nothing is better than nothing.
It's a close second.
But why does it hurt you to come to the park?
If I'm at home, I can come to the park. If I'm at the park, the only place I have to go is home.
Better not to have a park?
Oh, I don't know.
Better not to have a zoo? We should forget what a turtle is. We should sit at home and watch our children watching guppies eating their young.
I don't know. I mean, as for our children, just let them go to the country. Nature's playground, the country. The land that time forgot. Mallards in formation. Individual barnyard noises. Horses, a rusty gate, an ancient tractor. Hay, barley, mushrooms, and rye stuffed full of abundance. Enough to feed the nations of the world.
Well, we'll have them over. We don't get enough riffraff.
Enough to gorge the countless cows of South America.
Did you make that up?
Yes.
Well, I take my hat off to you.
Oh, thank you.
Feed the many. How does that go?
Stuff the nameless. It'll come to me.
Well, when you get it, tell me.
At the zoo, they got ducks. They got what do you call it? A mallard. Yeah, mallard. They got a mallard and what is it? Cantaloupe.
You mean antelope.
No, it's not cantaloupe, but it sounds like cantaloupe.
Antelope.
No, antelope is like an elk. What I'm thinking of is like a duck.
Goose.
What sounds like cantaloupe, but it isn't?
Antelope. Well, I'm sorry, but that's it.
No, wait.
Canadian ducks.
No, I've seen them. I've seen them at the zoo.
Ducks?
Yes, ducks, the ones I mean. My God, I know what I'm talking about. The only thing that's coming to me is Panda. No. Panda.
They ain't got no panda.
No, I know that.
They had a panda at the other zoo, but it died.
Yeah, I know.
And there was 2 of them, or 3,
Cala-
but they were all men.
Cala-
And when they died, well, they couldn't have no babies, of course.
Ranspun?
So the pandas died. Swans.
No, please. I know swans. I'm talking about ducks.
Well, I know it.
Malamar.
There was something, those pandas.
Yeah, I know.
Giant pandas.
Yes.
Big thing.
I've seen them.
Well, not lately you haven't,
No,
because they've been dead.
I know.
From the Orient, pandas from the Far East,
Oh, no.
there for all to see, black and white together, the giant panda, over 2 stories tall.
Calipope?
It got too expensive to feed it. They had to put them to sleep.
It's a crying shame.
Huh?
It's a crying, piss-laden shame. Blood on our time. Gook on the scutcheon. Oil slicks from here to Africa. They don't allow no smoke on our ocean liners, you know. One spark overboard, the whole ocean goes.
Yeah.
Oil-bearing ducks floating up dead on beaches. Beaches closing. Nowhere to swim. The surface of the sea is just solid dying wildlife.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, in Australia, they're finding fish that are going blind from lack of sun. New scary species are developing. They eat nothing but dead birds. Catfish.
Yeah.
Blue jays and cardinals, making the dead ocean their last home. Floating up dead on beaches.
When I was young,
Their lungs just a sodden pulp of gasoline.
around our house,
Can't even burn leaves in the fall anymore.
in the springtime, we
Now we have to
used
wrap them in plastic. Next thing you know, we'll have to wrap each leaf individually. Little envelopes for each leaf. They shouldn't contaminate us with the vapors. Little numbered packets.
Our lawn was...
What?
Huh?
What was your lawn?
I forget.
Can you imagine being the last man alive to see a blue heron or a wild buffalo?
No man can stand in the path of a wild buffalo.
All right, a regular buffalo then.
Yeah, well, they got them at the zoo.
Buffaloes?
Yeah, they got a lot of them.
Oh yeah, but that's in captivity.
Well, I should hope so.
Well, in any case, you see my point.
Yes.
Well, that's the point I was trying to make.
You know what I was reading
Oh,
somewhere?
please.
All right.
I hurt your feelings.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I know.
No, there's no excuse for it.
It's all right.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
About the balance of nature
Yes?
being dependent on one of the professional spectator sports.
You are so full of shit.
For its continuation.
What made you think of that?
Well, I'm not sure.
Some nature?
No, I don't know.
Some sport? Do
Well, perhaps.
you remember which sport?
No. No, I wouldn't want to go on record as remembering one of the major league sports.
Oh, where did you read it?
Well, the Reader's Digest.
What?
Also, they found a use for cancer.
Oh, knock wood.
Well, it's about time. All those millions spent on research, cigarettes.
Wildlife.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with spending money on wildlife.
That's all take.
Nature gives it back many times over.
Oh, yeah?
A blue heron at sunset.
They're all dead.
A whiff of breeze from the lake.
Or hiding.
Flight of ducks.
Well, a duck is, after all, only a bird.
But what a bird.
A pigeon, too, is a bird.
Well, there's no comparison.
What is the difference between a duck and a pigeon?
Well, basically, a lack of comparison.
Aside from that,
It is a difference of self-respect. Now, you can't argue with that.
I won't begin.
Well, it wouldn't get you anywhere. Big talk.
Well, I'm ready to back it up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah?
All right.
Anytime you're ready.
Well, I'm ready.
All right, then.
Are you ready?
Oh, you betcha, Red Ryder.
Good.
Whoa. Come on. Grown men squabbling about birds?
Well, you started it.
I beg to differ.
Well, go right ahead.
All right, I do differ.
It makes no difference. I was holding an intelligent conversation and then you came along.
Yeah, and I simply pointed out you were turning something into something it is not.
Well, what is more noble than a duck?
It depends on the duck.
Is a pigeon more noble than a duck?
Wait a minute. Are you saying that because a duck is wild and has no rules?
No
that it...
rules. No rules. No rules but the sun and the moon. No rules but the law of the seasons and when to go where at what specific time. No rules but to find a mate and cleave into her until death does him part.
Is that true?
It surely is.
That I did not know.
Well, learn from your mistakes.
I will.
No rules.
All right.
One of the most rigid creatures.
I'm sorry.
Did you know that many human societies are modeled on those of our animal friends? I beg to differ.
Fool.
The French, for example.
Are modeled on animals?
Historically, yes.
Oh, where did you get that?
I don't know. Some guide to France.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Well, I got it somewhere. I'll show you.
Yeah, you do that.
I will.
You just do that.
Don't push me.
Oh, I won't.
All right.
Darn tootin'. You know, whenever I think of wild flying things, I wonder
Yes.
if, in the city, as we are,
Yes.
we may be
Yes.
Forget it.
Ducks.
Ducks.
Ducks flying wild.
Wild over boundaries.
Lakes, rivers,
Imaginary lines.
the equator,
Never minding. Never stopping.
stopping for no man.
High above unmanned terrain.
Barren,
Unexplored North
naked,
Country.
stray,
Here and there a mountie.
cold.
Nowhere to rest.
What a life.
Sleeping on the fly.
Blown by storms.
That is not a laughing matter.
Who's laughing?
Much of wildlife is, and I'm about to tell you, killed each year in storms and similar. Things where they have a lot of wind.
Oh, I know it.
Another countless danger for the duck.
Frost, too.
Hail.
Huh?
Can you imagine it?
Hail?
Pelting the poor creature. Alone in the sky, many feet in the air. Can't go left, can't go right.
Nowhere to go.
Hail all over. Hitting him, pelting him, making ribbons of his wings. Creaming him right out of the sky.
The law of life.
Well, that's what you say now.
Some must die so that others can live.
Yeah, but then they too must die.
Some must die so that others can live a little longer. Now that's implied.
Yeah, and then they die.
So that others can live. It makes sense if you think about it.
They stuff them.
Huh?
They stuff them. They shoot them and they stuff them.
Well, as long as they're dead.
Sawdust. And then they tack them on the wall.
Also, they stuff them for the oven.
Oh, yeah, that too. But to kill for no reason? Without rhyme or reason? To shoot them? I mean, what a waste. What a waste in the life of a duck to be shot and not even eaten. Shot down like some animal.
Well, at least they shoot them in the air.
What?
Yeah, what do you think? You can't shoot them on foot? What?
Yeah?
They got laws, seasons. Now, didn't you ever hear of duck season?
Yeah, of course.
Well, duck season is when you can kill them legally.
And when is that?
Duck season?
Yeah.
Well, the spring several weeks, the fall several weeks.
So whenever the duck is around?
No.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not-
sorry?
I'm
No, duck
telling you,
season. When is that
well,
again?
no,
I couldn't hear you. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got the season, so the only time it ain't legal to kill them is when they're not there. Yeah, they're no dummies. Strings, influence.
It ain't cheap to hunt ducks.
No, are you kidding me?
No, you need land.
Yeah, you need a lot of land
At least a mile. And you need...
Guns.
Well, one gun only.
and a spare.
And some ammo to put in the gun.
Telescope,
And those hats.
a bladder to call them with.
Now, that's not always necessary.
Oh, no, but good to have in an emergency. A bag to put them in.
Big boots.
Raincoat.
Radio.
You got to bring a lunch.
Well, you need a lot of things.
License.
And a lot of luck.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Do you think it's easy to spot a little wobbling duck from miles away in a clear blue sky?
No.
Oh, a lot of luck.
And practice.
Well, who's got the time?
Every day. Half an hour anyway. Practicing is
Is
when...
where they separate the men from the boys. At that moment, there's no turning back. You're committed. You've been blatting around and searching the sky and crouching till your back hurts from dawn on.
Yep.
Lying on the cold earth, trying not to look like anything, hoping, praying for that one duck.
That one low-flying duck.
That one chance to show what dreams are made of until
Yes?
off in the distance, beyond the horizon, till you can't even see what it is a honking. And the honking comes closer, closer and louder. You see a far-off blur. The blur becomes a speck. The speck gets bigger. It's a big speck. It's a dot. And the dot is advancing and it's closer and it becomes clear and more precise. You can just make it out. flapping, lying in a straight line, trying to rejoin his comrades, frantic, lost, dangerous, vicious. A duck. And on he comes. Quietly, you raise yourself from the earth, one knee, two knees. You lift your gun, you put your gun on your shoulder, and you point it at the duck. It's you and him. You and the duck on the marsh. He wants to go home, and you want to kill him for it. So you fire your gun once. Again. Your ears are ringing, your eyes are full of spots. You cannot see. You're quivering and you gotta sit down. Your heart is going fast.
Where's the duck?
Slowly you lower yourself to the earth. Your
Where's
joints
the duck?
creak from the weight of your body. Your shoulder aches.
Where's
from
the duck?
The duck is dying.
Out in the marsh?
Out in the marsh.
Oh no.
In a flock of feathers and blood full of bullets. Quiet, so as not to make a sound. Dying,
Living his last.
dying,
Leaving the earth and sky.
dying,
Lying on the ground.
dying,
Fluttering.
dying,
Sobbing.
dying,
Quietly bleeding.
thinking,
Dying.
dying, dying.
But wait, this here. He summons his strength one last time.
No.
Yeah, maybe he beats around it and tries to get back in the air.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he's struggling, yes, but maybe.
No.
Just with one last little He's dead, isn't he? I knew it.
The law of life.
You know, for centuries prior to this time, man has watched birds
No, I still watch them.
to obtain the secret of flight.
We're better off without it.
Yeah.
Now they'll go to their graves with it.
The ancient Greeks used to sit around all day looking at birds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they'd get a chair and go out and look at them. Just watch them all day and wonder.
Well, I too would wonder. A crumbling civilization, and they're out in the park looking at birds.
Now, these were the ancient Greeks. Old men. Capable of working, of no use to their society. Sit around all day looking at birds. First light to last light. First light, go watch birds. Last light, stop watching birds and go home. Falcons and swallows, the forerunners of our modern birds, and the forerunners of our modern states. Birds and Greeks sit around all day just watching each other. Sit on a bench and give them little bits of, feed them
Rice?
rice. Yes. I mean, history's not completely clear on this, but yeah, we can imagine rice for the sake of argument. Rich, sleek birds of prey.
And fat old men.
Just watching each other. Each with something to contribute that the world may turn another day. A fitting end to some very noble creatures of the sky.
And a lot of Greeks.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.